That breaking news is in Missouri. The state is moving to the next tier of COVID-19 vaccinations. The governor made that announcement just within the past hour. And KMBC 9's Michael Mahoney has more now on what this means. Michael?
Well, Kelly, to begin with, another big group, more than 500,000 more Missourians, will be able to get the shot starting on March the 15th. That's a little more than 2 weeks away. Tier 3 includes Missouri's teachers and educators, child care workers, grocery store workers, and people who work in transportation. Parsons says the state can do this because the supply of vaccine is increasing. Not only the supply of the 2 vaccines now in use, they are now expecting another, the Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine, to be approved by Washington Friday and shipped into Missouri next week.
We expect to see a continued slow but steady increase in vaccine supply. We heard news this week that the pharmaceutical companies are increasing their production. The federal government is planning to increase our allotment.
Now, Parsons says the state got 120,000 doses directly from Washington this week. He thinks that will increase to 128,500 next week, as Missouri announces they are opening up a 3rd tier of vaccinations starting on March 15th. Kelly?
Thank you, Michael. Now, the governor is also denying that rural areas of Missouri are getting more vaccine doses than metro areas like Kansas City and St. Louis. So let's take a look at vaccines in our area. In Kansas, there are 171,000 people who are fully vaccinated at this point. That's about 5.9% of the population. Missouri has fully vaccinated 346,000 people. That's about 5.6% of the state's population. What about the positivity rate in both states? Right now, 5% of COVID tests are coming back positive in Kansas. 6.1% of the tests are coming back positive in Missouri. And for both states, it is the lowest rate of positive tests in more than 6 months. We'll continue to track the pandemic's effect on the job market. In Kansas, fewer than 4,000 people filed for unemployment last week. That's the lowest number since August. In Missouri, 17,000 people filed last week. That is up 30% from the week before. But in Kansas, people are still having trouble getting paid unemployment benefits. KMBC 9's investigative reporter Matt Fleener spoke with a woman who's on a hunger strike in Topeka.
I've had to take it one day at a time.
It's day 4 of Renee Perigo's hunger strike.
Take care of yourself.
I'm trying.
About the situation, it's awful.
It is, thank you.
Word is getting out about why she's sitting in front of the Kansas Department of Labor.
I'm putting it at their doorstep because I'm sick of them not acknowledging it.
It is the unemployment benefits her family has not received.
Thousands of dollars.
She wants to represent other Kansans.
I was getting hundreds of messages.
Still not getting their money a year into a pandemic.
Just an awful feeling to watch thousands of people suffer.
It's no secret the state labor department has struggled to pay claims. Perigo struggled to get through on jammed phone lines, so she wanted to try another way.
Earlier this week, Governor Laura Kelly was asked about this hunger strike.
I can't talk about them. The secretary can't talk about individual claimants and their issues.
Governor Kelly later said payments continue to go out.
She used the word claimant, and she disregarded me as a human being.
But Perigo says she still hasn't seen her money. She's here until she does.
But I am willing to sit here until the right people listen.
Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
Now, the Labor Department's offices in Topeka are closed to the public, so the only way to get through is by calling an overwhelmed hotline. Power will stay on in Kansas City, Kansas, even if customers can't pay their electric bills. The Kansas City, Kansas Board of Public Utilities says it will not disconnect utilities through March 31st because of hardships created by the pandemic. Residential and business owners are being encouraged, though, to stay current with their bills to avoid getting behind and possibly cut off when disconnects resume on April 1st. Johnson County is relaxing some of its COVID restrictions. This afternoon, the Board of Commissioners voted to remove curfews for bars, restaurants, and other businesses that are licensed to sell alcohol. This follows a similar decision in Kansas City, Missouri.